When we think about how to achieve true financial freedom, it's easy to imagine numbers, graphs, and formulas that promise to multiply our wealth. But the truth is that at the heart of any successful financial journey lies something that goes far beyond numbers and calculations. It's an intimate and often complicated relationship with money. For some, money represents security. For others, it is a source of anxiety, and for many, a distant desire. The fundamental question we forget to ask is, what does money really mean to me? What is our personal narrative concerning it? If we take a closer look from a very young age, we are influenced to think a certain way about money. For instance, I heard of a young man who grew up in a household where money was always scarce. He watched his parents argue every month when the bills came. Money, for him, became synonymous with pain and separation. Now, even though he is financially successful, he still feels guilt when spending any amount beyond what's necessary. He constantly asks himself, do I really need this? Or, what if everything disappears tomorrow? On the other hand, I know a woman who grew up in a home where money was abundant, but love was not. Her father, a businessman, offered expensive gifts but never time or affection. She grew up believing that money equaled love, that to be worthy of attention, she needed to have material possessions. Today, she spends compulsively, accumulating debts in the hope of filling an emotional void that is never really satisfied. These stories are extreme examples, but each of us has a unique story with money. Before thinking about multiplying your income or investing better, you must first understand what your emotional and psychological relationship with money is. This is an essential part of financial freedom, because true freedom is not just about accumulating wealth. It's about being able to look at money without fear, without guilt, without despair. Many believe that financial freedom is about being able to buy what you want, when you want, without needing to worry. And of course, that's part of it. However, true freedom goes beyond that. It involves being able to choose where to invest your time, where to place your energy, and most importantly, choosing how you want to live your life. How many people do we know who have large sums of money but are trapped in a job they hate, living a lifestyle they don't enjoy, just to maintain a status or an appearance? Is that freedom? Financial freedom is about being able to live according to your deepest values. But to live according to those values, you first need to identify what they are. Ask yourself, if money were not a concern, how would I spend my time? Where would I place my energy? Who would I be with? These questions are important because they reveal who you really are, beyond the financial and social obligations we feel every day. And from that point of clarity, you begin to build a financial strategy that supports your life instead of consuming your energy and peace of mind. We often see money as a final goal. We work hard, make sacrifices, accumulate wealth, and in the end, expect to feel that sense of accomplishment. But what happens when we get there and still feel empty? This happens because money in itself is not an end, but a means to provide experiences, build relationships, and support our passions. To build a solid and lasting financial freedom, we must begin to see money as an ally, a tool that enables choices and freedom, but not as the central element that defines our identity or personal value. An example of this is the famous investor Warren Buffett. With billions of dollars in wealth, he lives an extremely simple life centered on values that make sense to him. For Buffett, money is just a tool that allows him to do what he loves: analyze companies, invest, and contribute to causes he believes in. His life is not defined by what he can buy, but by the opportunities that money creates for him to pursue his passions. Now back to our personal stories. How many times have you found yourself saying things like, "I will never have enough money," or "rich people are greedy"? These are beliefs we inherit, often from our family, community, or personal experiences that shaped our view of money. But here's the truth: as long as we believe these ideas, our relationship with money will never be healthy. Have you noticed how people who are truly financially successful tend to talk about money? To them, money is a source of possibilities, not limitations. And this is not just a mental trick. It's a way of realigning our expectations and behaviors with the opportunities that arise. If you believe money is hard to earn, every step to increase your income will be an arduous battle. If you believe you deserve prosperity and that the universe is abundant, You will see doors opening where you once saw only walls. That's why the first step to achieving financial freedom is changing the way you think and feel about money. Ask yourself, what are the beliefs that prevent me from thriving financially? Write down these beliefs and then question them one by one. Is this true? Why do I believe this? Are there examples that prove otherwise? This simple exercise can reveal deep patterns you didn't even know existed and that limit your financial growth. After understanding your emotional relationship with money and redefining your beliefs, it's time to build habits that support this new mindset. Because in the end, it's no use changing your mindset if your actions remain the same. Think about what financial behaviors you would like to have 5 years from now. What would your saving routine look like? What would your relationship with investments be like? And, more importantly, how would you spend your money in a way that brings satisfaction and joy? There's a concept called joyful spending. Instead of just focusing on cutting expenses, identify which areas truly bring happiness and which ones merely drain resources without adding real value to your life. For some, this may mean investing in travel experiences instead of material goods. For others, it could be spending more on health and wellness instead of expensive meals at restaurants that don't make much of a difference. The secret is to align your spending with your values. This creates a cycle of satisfaction that reinforces your new mindset and at the same time supports your financial growth. In the end, true financial freedom is an internal journey. It's a process of rediscovering who we are, what we value, and how we can use money to build a life we truly love. It's about letting go of social expectations and creating our own definition of success. And above all, it's about developing a relationship of trust with money, knowing that, like any relationship, it needs time, attention, and care to flourish. So before setting your next financial goal, stop and ask yourself, what does financial freedom mean to me? Because only when you know the answer to that question will you be able to build a financial life that truly brings peace, satisfaction, and, finally, freedom.